Previously on E-Ring. Look, I like you, but this building is not conducive to personal relationships.
You've been home 36 days in the last 2 years.
I can't quit, Beth.
I swore I wasn't gonna be a girl about this.
Hey, you're being human. During our exfiltration, things got a little chaotic. We ended up leaving one of our guys behind.
Who are you? What do you want?
Take it easy, Bobby.
Don't tell me to take it easy. No. Tell me where he is.
We should be ashamed.
Ashamed of what I did? And what you didn't do?
The security of the nation depends on the men and women who serve in the 5 rings of the Pentagon. Before any military action can be taken anywhere in the world, the mission must be planned and approved in the outer and most important ring, the E-Ring.
Dispatch. 1138 dispatch, what is your situation? Over. 1138 dispatch, please respond. 1138, do you read?
Spencer Fields reporting from outside Laredo, Texas, just north of the U.S.-Mexican border. Just over an hour ago, border agents stopped the freight truck behind me for what seemed to be a routine search for illegal immigrants trying to cross the Mexican border. When they found 7 people inside, however, 2 gunmen opened fire on the agents, sparking a furious gun battle. What we have learned so far is that this is the deadliest confrontation in the history of the Border Patrol. 9 people lie dead. Among them, 2 United States Border Patrol agents, as well as 2 unidentified gunmen, leading officials here to beg the obvious question: why did this situation turn so violent?
They weren't all Mexicans. Some of them were Al-Qaeda.
That's speculation or fact?
Oh, the FBI ran their fingerprints. It turns out that our gunmen were Jordanian, who were arrested in Madrid after the '04 train bomb.
They were suspects in Madrid?
The Spanish couldn't prove they were Al-Qaeda, so they deported them back to Jordan.
And now they ended up in Texas.
Well, we got the ones in San Antonio, but terrorists are a lot like cockroaches. I mean, where you got one...
There's bound to be more. Al-Qaeda wouldn't be slipping into this country through Mexico if they didn't have operational reasons. What are they up to?
Hey there, stranger. Long time no see.
Hey, Nat, how's things?
Oh, you know, Miss Liston's got my nose to the grindstone. You?
Same grindstone.
So, where you been?
You know, I can't tell you that.
How long have you been back?
Can't tell you that either. Not because it's top secret, I just can't keep track.
We should probably talk.
All right, but not here.
Why? This isn't the perfect place for a state of the relationship address?
Dinner tonight.
That sounds good. We'll figure it out later.
Colonel? Miss Hughes, you have...
Yes, ma'am, right here.
Oh, I'm fine from here. Thanks.
Okay.
We don't know what these terrorists were plotting to do once they got inside our country, but we do know how they managed to get over the border. Al-Qaeda has teamed up with Mexican organized crime. Now, the truck driver who smuggled them in the U.S. is a known associate of the Mexican crime syndicate based in the city of Nuevo Laredo on the Texas border.
The Nuevo Laredo cartel has been on DEA and FBI's radar for years because of their narcotics trafficking and human smuggling. But they've had a hard time bringing criminal charges because the low-level coyotes and drug mules who get caught refuse to testify.
Because they know the cartel will kill their families if they do.
This is Nestor Sanchez. He's boss of the Nuevo Laredo cartel and one of the most feared crime lords in all of Latin America. He's suspected of ordering the assassination of police, prosecutors, judges, and a DEA agent who disappeared while trying to infiltrate the cartel and was later found burned to death by a blowtorch. This is the personal signature of Nestor Sanchez.
We can't allow a man like this to maintain an alliance with Al-Qaeda.
And we won't. When Sanchez's cartel graduated from smuggling drugs and migrant workers to smuggling terrorists, he crossed the line. At the direction of the White House, the Nuevo Laredo cartel has been officially designated a foreign terrorist organization.
And that means They just became a military target. And the DEA has intelligence Sanchez gathering his lieutenants for a sit-down somewhere in Nuevo Laredo.
In 7 days, if we were to strike them during this meeting, we could effectively decapitate their entire organization in a single blow.
SecDef feels exactly the same. There's an op order being drafted as we speak.
Get a team into isolation, Colonel. You're gonna cut the head off this snake.
Hey, Daddy's not quite finished, honey. Why don't you go back to your DVD?
Mommy says you need the instructions.
Really? Why don't you tell Mommy that Daddy can disassemble and reassemble an M16 in 30 seconds, so I think he can handle some training wheels. Wilkes?
I need you in isolation.
Roger that. Be there ASAP. Daddy's got a fishing trip, sweetheart.
After what you pulled in Lebanon, your ass should be in a sling. But I don't have the luxury of benching you right now, so you're gonna be my XO. But I'm telling you now, you step out on me one more time, you're done. Is that clear?
Roger that, sir.
Good. We need to come up with 7 other members. It's Mexico. So we need to cull our operators from the Latin American team.
Well, even with the support elements from the squad, 9 operators is just not enough to get the job done.
Tell me something I don't know. We could use 3 other teams.
Man, Iraq and Afghanistan haven't stretched out that thin, huh?
That's all we're gonna get. And with 9 guys, there's 0 margin for error.
Franco?
No, he's undeployable. He's got malaria. What about Lopez?
No, still in Afghanistan.
Here's one. Mike Sean.
Grant? Isn't he a little old?
Mike Sean has muddied his boots on every major special op over the last 20 years. That's the kind of Gramps you want watching your back. He's in.
Oh, Troop 2 just came back from the Horn of Africa. They got 3 Spanish speakers on the team.
So they already have a good working relationship. Good, grab them.
What about Wolf? He's one hell of a sniper.
Wolf. The only Spanish he knows is Mas cerveza, por favor.
Yeah, but he's a sniper, seen not heard. The only thing he's got to speak is recoil.
Oh! Wolfman's in the house!
Yo, we still need a qualified female. I was thinking Maya Aston.
She did the recon for us in Uzbekistan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's razor sharp.
And having a hot senorita for cover is never a bad idea either.
Gramps. Wolf,
Been a while, Maya?
not long enough.
So the only spot left is comms.
Mark Jones?
Yeah. With Sanchez's cartel, I spent millions on secure communications equipment. I mean, Jones is great, but he's just not up to speed on the new collections and jamming gear.
Well, we've got Kenny Watkins on loan from CIA Science and Tech. He can train Jones before we deploy.
No worries, bro. It's new, it's compact, and it will jam enemy communications without interfering with your own.
Is it field tested?
Of course. Hey, what the hell, man?
You said it was field tested. I believe you.
That's 9. Let's get started.
Here's the info you wanted.
What's up, everybody?
I'll handle this.
Hey. Never been so stoked to get you calling all my life, man.
How you feeling, Charlie?
Good, man. Itching to get back into this thing. Where we headed?
Well, the team's heading down to Mexico. I need you to stay behind as our AST.
You making me water boy?
Water boy. Look, the area studies team is vital. You're our lifeline to the outside world. You're going to be responsible for getting our equipment, our intel.
You think I'm damaged goods?
You're not damaged goods. I just need an operator that I can trust, someone who walks the walk.
I'm
That's you.
deployable again. The doc sewed my finger back on. It's not even my trigger finger. Come on, coach, put me back in. You're gonna need more guys in this one.
Sorry, Charlie. To get over it. Come on.
We know that Sanchez is meeting his people in Nuevo Laredo, but to get an exact location fix, we need surveillance teams to target known members of his cartel.
Check with the FBI and DEA. They've already got an extensive collection operation on the southwest border that might have actionable intelligence on Sanchez.
They don't. Sanchez is way too smart. First of all, he uses only MRSAT phones, which are nearly impossible to intercept unless you have a surveillance team standing within a short distance of his upland.
Has law enforcement tried?
They can't. Sanchez and his lieutenants use girlfriends of gang members to relay the messages because they're American citizens.
And because they're American, it makes it illegal for FBI and DEA to listen in without a warrant.
Well, they can't get a warrant because the American go-betweens never discuss criminal activities. They talk in code about baseball, about mom's apple pie. It all seems innocent enough, but what they're really saying is kill Paco and take the cocaine to the safe house. The Nuevo Laredo cartel has been using our laws against us.
Well, now that they're designated terrorists, new rules apply. We can get a warrant from the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court.
Liz, listen, this is a time-sensitive issue.
No, this won't hold you up. Under the rules of FISA, you have 72 hours to get a warrant retroactively. You can start your surveillance and just get me a list of people that you're targeting. I'll take care of the rest.
You don't need to jump through all these legal hoops. You know, the commander-in-chief has waived the requirement for warrants. We're at war.
Well, considering there's a raging debate over whether the president's war powers extend that far, I'd rather cover our bases. Besides, the FISA court has only denied warrants a handful of times. They're a rubber stamp. I don't foresee any problems.
Well, I'll get you that list ASAP.
Couldn't help it over here, Miss Liston. It's good to know that someone in government still respects the right to privacy.
What are you doing tonight?
I have a date, actually.
Oh, then never mind.
No, is there something you need?
Well, I could use some help getting those surveillance warrants, but you know what, go have some fun.
No, if you really need me, I can cancel.
I can find someone else.
If this is important, I want to help.
Great.
You're now in isolation. Operational security is in effect. Nobody leaves, nobody talks to anybody outside this room. What's this?
I checked all the cell phone for messages. There was one on yours of some chick named Natalie canceling tonight's date. Which you obviously forgot about.
Yeah, I might have forgot about it. Nothing outside this room matters.
Cool. You sounded hot, Colonel. Yeah. Anybody else got any unfinished business? Maybe left the oven on at home. I forgot to tell the wife you're going to be gone for the next year.
Yeah, I was on my way to Dulles to pick up the in-laws when I got paged.
Write down the flight number. We'll send somebody. Anybody else?
Well, I'm sorry. When you say no one else can leave, does that include me?
Afraid so, Ken. You're not on the team, but as direct support, you will be right on to our operation, so yes, you are stuck here until the mission's complete.
At least you won't need any vaccinations, sport.
Typhoid cocktail, are you interested?
No thanks.
Ow! Take it easy.
Relax, Wolf. It's just a little prick. You gotta be used to that.
Yeah.
What's with the Q-tip?
It's prepping a DNA kit.
What for?
In case we're all blown to bits on the mission, genius.
Listen up, people. I need everyone's wills and powers of attorney on my desk in less than 10 minutes. We got a mission briefing to get to. Double time it on the housekeeping. Let's go.
He calls your last will and testament housekeeping?
Routine part of the job.
God, I could never get used to that.
We got the green light, Pierce, so let's get an order to deploy those surveillance teams. They need to get ears on Sanchez and his associates ASAP.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna play whack-a-mole. Come on, Pierce. Mole. Don't you ever eat Mexican food?
I'm sorry, sir. I guess I'm not in a joking mood today.
I am sorry I forgot. Your mother-in-law's funeral. You okay?
It was tough. She was the last living connection I had to Danny.
Well, it was really nice of you to stay close to her after your husband passed away.
She left me her house, Colonel.
You're kidding.
Danny was an only child, and his father passed away before we met.
So you were the only family she had left.
There was no one else.
Okay, listen up, people. This is your warning order. 6 days from now, we will deploy to Mexico on a direct action mission to capture or kill Nestor Sanchez. He's the leader of the Nuevo Laredo crime cartel. Now, Sanchez is a ghost. He's constantly on the move to avoid capture, protected by paramilitary bodyguards. Now, on the rare occasions he does risk meeting someone face-to-face, the person Sanchez meets has no idea where he's going. Here's what happens. Sanchez's bodyguard goes and picks him up, takes him to meet the boss at some secret location. Now, in the past, Sanchez has favored meeting in populated places where he can surround himself with non-combatants and use them as human shields.
He's slippery as all that. How are we going to find him?
Already have, thanks to the DOD surveillance of the cartel. Here's the deal. Sanchez has decided to have the sit-down at a sweatshop in the southwest of Nuevo Laredo. Now, the CIA already has a team there surveying it for us. Now, be forewarned, it's an area of town where he's used dirty drug money to good effect. He's built schools, built hospitals, managed to buy the loyalty of the locals, which means that every taxi driver, any kid who's selling chiclets on the street could be a potential enemy lookout. Same is true for the police or the military there. Sanchez has had a tendency to kill anybody who refuses to take a bribe. Don't be mistaken. We're going to be a few miles from the U.S. border, but we will be in what's considered hostile territory.
Jones!
Must have been a bad reaction to one of the vaccinations. Damn it. A man down, we haven't even left isolation.
How the hell are we going to find a guy who's also trained in the new jamming gear in such short notice? I mean, Jones is the last one available.
There's only one guy who knows that equipment better than Jones, the guy who trained him on it.
He's a geek, not an operator. He's just going to be a liability.
Well, we need his skill set. We're just going to have to watch his back.
How? We don't have enough guys to do the job that we got, let alone, what, adding babysitting to the list.
We don't have a choice.
What? Open up.
Are you sure this is a good idea? I mean, I am not an operator.
Absolutely, man. I got your back. Don't worry about it.
Wait, didn't that vaccine take out the last guy?
Probably.
Oh, God.
Ow. Here. Turn this in. Don't worry about him.
This is a joke, right? I thought you respected civil liberties.
Excuse me?
Colonel McNulty's list of people he's targeting for surveillance, you don't really think that you're going to get warrants for all these people?
Well, yes, I am. They led us to the location of Nestor Sanchez. The court won't object to issuing retroactive warrants.
But if we've already found Nestor Sanchez, why are we still playing Big Brother?
Well, the surveillance will start to wind down now and be over once the mission is completed.
I don't think that Colonel McNulty ever got that memo because, according to this, he's not winding down surveillance. He is expanding it.
What do you mean?
This is a list of 500 people.
What are you trying to pull, Colonel? We already know where Sanchez will be.
Our intercepts provided us with information that the Nuevo Laredo cartel has a network of safe houses on U.S. soil. Places where they stash drugs and the people they smuggle. And Al-Qaeda may be in one or more.
And in order to find these safe houses, we're conducting surveillance on almost 500 people.
For starters, I mean, that list is going to grow as soon as we identify more friends and relatives and acquaintances of the cartel members. Now, we've got to find out how deep this rabbit hole really goes.
The operator doesn't give us that kind of authority, and you know it.
We're going after Sanchez because he's smuggling Al-Qaeda into this country, but what about the terrorists who are already here? Now, if we're going to do this op, let's do it right.
Colonel, it is not possible to get that many warrants in 72 hours.
I tried to tell you that. This is war. This is no time for Mother May I. We're trying to prevent 9/11 from happening again.
This is not legal.
When the southern states seceded in 1861, President Lincoln raised an army without legislative authority, blockaded southern ports, suspended habeas corpus. It may not have been legal, but as commander-in-chief, Lincoln decided it was necessary.
And where does it stop, Colonel? What keeps us from becoming Big Brother?
We're not talking about science fiction here. Al-Qaeda is on U.S. soil, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to protect our country. And I'm hoping that you will do the same.
So you're saying we need to task military assets to spy on hundreds of innocent American citizens, just so we might catch a few who are involved with terrorists?
I would never say that, Miss Liston. You never know who might be listening.
All right, people, your gear's not squared away until I sign off on your loads. What is this? You don't need this.
Boss man.
What's up?
We got a situation. It's about Beth.
Bobby's Beth?
She got an offender bender. She got a mouth concussion.
Did you talk to her?
Yeah, hospital released her. She sounded fine, but I should tell Bobby, though.
No, you said she's okay, right? I need everyone's head in the game on this one.
Yeah, but this
Charlie,
is...
you know the rules. We're in isolation. Mission-oriented information only. Clear?
Yeah.
What's wrong?
I'm fine, Colonel. Can we just stick to the mission, please?
Pierce, you're upset. Lay it on me. Maybe I can help you.
My husband's high school sweetheart just called, said she wanted to talk, but not on the phone. Thank you, sir. That was very helpful. What I was trying to tell you is that our ongoing surveillance has turned up a possible safe house in Boston.
This is actionable intelligence the FBI needs to know.
So tell them.
Well, there's certain civilians implying that this particular surveillance isn't entirely legal.
So if the FBI needs this information, we can't tell them. How are we going to get around that, sir?
Find the FBI liaison and tell her that she needs a caffeine fix.
I'm off caffeine, Eli, but I can live vicariously. So what's up?
What's a 4-letter word for secure?
Safe?
And a 5-letter word for habitat. It starts with an H.
House.
You know what? Why don't you finish this for me? It's much more your speed than mine.
We don't have long to get this right, so we need to effectively plan our assault.
Now, the important thing to remember here, people, is that Sanchez is always heavily guarded, and the Maquiladora is a virtual fortress. They'll have local police protecting their outermost perimeters. There's heavy security at the front gate, counter snipers in Overwatch on the roofs of surrounding buildings, and at least half a dozen personal protection detail with them at all times. Now, we're going to have 2 assault elements. I'll be leading Alpha from here. Maya, you'll be with me here. Martin, you'll be with me here. Bobby will lead Bravo from here with Michaels alongside. Now, Sanchez is building a brand new school directly across the street. Right now it's a construction site, and we'll be staging from there.
Wolf, you'll be inside the trailer here where we'll store the construction workers we've detained.
Gramps, across the street on this roof here. Wolf and Gramps will be sniper overwatch as part of the support team. Clear? Kenny, you and Robinson will be in this van here. Charlie, show them where. As part of direct security and overwatch. Now, you're not going to have a direct sight to the target, but don't worry about that. You'll be monitoring the drone that'll be flying directly overhead. So, in fact, you'll have a better view than any of us. Now, the thing to remember here, people, is we're going to war game this assault until we've exhausted every possible scenario. We're going to have a backup plan, and we're going to have backups to our backups. Our mission here is to not just complete the mission, it's to bring everyone home safe and alive. Huh?
I felt badly for missing the funeral. She always treated me like family.
I didn't know you two kept in touch.
She always had a soft spot for my son.
I can see why. He's adorable. What's his name?
Danny. Junior. After his dad. Danny Sr. joined the service right after high school. We tried to make it work, but the distance got to be too hard. I found out I was pregnant after we split.
You never told Danny?
We thought it would be better if he didn't tell you.
So why are you telling me now? What do you want from me, Gail?
Danny and I knew we weren't meant to be together. But he wanted to do the right thing for our baby. So he set up a stipend out of his military earnings every month.
That stipend went to his mother to help her with her mortgage payments.
He didn't want you to find out. So he sent her the money and she wrote me a check.
Oh, right. Now that she's passed, that money's gonna stop coming.
I was hoping we could come to some sort of agreement.
Excuse me?
You just inherited a house, Jocelyn. Danny Jr.'s entitled to half.
So to reorient you with a terrain model, true north is gonna be that way. Boys and girls, welcome to Nuevo Laredo. Let's hustle up so we can position ourselves for Operation Takedown. Watkins, Robinson, you're gonna be in the east corner inside the surveillance van. Sean, Gramps, I'm gonna have you on top of the strip club, Eagle Line. You're gonna be facing south toward the factory. Wolf, we're gonna have you across the street in the empty construction trailer. Maya, you will be our hooker. It will be our eyes and ears down the block, as well as eye candy for all passerbys. Michaels, Martin, Wilkerson, and JT will be in the sandbox at the center of the objective. As for me, I will be back at the assembly point, drinking margaritas and worried about you guys.
Once I give the execute order, our goal will be to execute the entire assault and exfiltrate in under 5 minutes. Now let's talk through it. Our objective is to take Nestor Sanchez and his lieutenants while they're all in the same room. Now, because they're going to arrive separately and at different times, we'll wait for them to enter the maquiladora. Now, once they're all in the same room, I'll give the execute order. Ken, phase 1.
I jam the enemy's handheld radios and phones. Alpha, this is Sierra 3, green. I say again, green.
Good. Maya, that's your signal. Go. All right, this is important, Maya. It's going to be your job to distract the cops who will be guarding the outside of the maquiladora. Do whatever it takes to make sure they take the bait. Good, okay. At this point, Gramps and Wolf will set eyes on the snipers. Once everyone's in place and Maya has the cops' full attention, Bobby and I will make our move. We'll sneak up behind the cops and shoot them with tranquilizer darts. The second Bobby and I trank the cops here, boom, Wolf, you and Gramps, you need to dump the enemy snipers. What?
Sorry. Rooftop secure, sir.
Good. Now, every single aspect of this mission needs to happen simultaneously. If we don't want to injure any non-combatants, we're going to use a non-lethal incapacitant.
Gas?
That's right. We're going to cover the exits and wait a full 60 seconds for the gas to fully saturate the building and knock out everyone inside, at which point I'll lead the Alpha team inside the building.
Wait, what about all those people that died at the Moscow Opera House?
Well, the Russians were using the wrong gas, the wrong dose, and they didn't have an antidote. All right? We're not going to make the same mistake. Now, once both assault teams reach the building, we're going to find Nestor Sanchez and finish the mission.
What does that mean?
It means if we can take him alive, we will. But if the gas doesn't work or if he resists...
Capture or kill. So whether Sanchez leaves that room head first or feet first, that's up to him.
Okay, that's if everything goes according to plan, which it never does.
Sergeant Gutierrez is going to role-play the enemy for us now. See if he can't trip us up. Go.
All right. Let's go back to phase 1. Ken, phase 1, go. Green.
I say again, green. Over.
Maya, let's go. Assault team, go. Gun jam.
Damn it.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Bam, Maya, you're dead.
What the hell, Wolf?
It's called a weapons jam.
All right, listen up. We're on the same team here, people. I know you're climbing the walls to get out of here, but we make mistakes in here now so we don't make them out there. Take a water break. We'll do it again when you come back. Go on.
JT, we should have told Bobby about Beth earlier.
Why? You told me she was fine.
Apparently the hospital screwed up. They sent her home with a concussion and she collapsed.
Son of a bitch, how could you not tell me?
We were in isolation. She told Charlie she was all right.
Well, JT, first reports are always wrong. You know that.
Well, you're here now.
Yeah, Beth doesn't even know it. Maybe if you would have told me before, I could have...
Bobby, if I'd have known.
She was always so scared that something was going to happen to me. That we were prepared for, but this... What am I supposed to do?
Be there for your girls. They need you right now.
What about the mission? And you already don't have enough guys.
I'll make it work.
I can't leave you in the lurch.
You know something like this can cloud an operator's mind in the field.
Well, then I'll just have to block it out.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about me. You think I'd take my best friend on a mission when his wife's laying here in the hospital?
Make Gramps your exfil, but keep him in sniper support. All right, then tap one of the other guys up to lead Bravo.
Will do. Sorry, Mom.
FBI's Boston field office reported that the terrorist suspects they took into custody were both of Latin and Arabic descent. High-level sources confirmed that the joint FBI-DEA arrests may be linked to the recent confrontation.
I wonder how the FBI discovered that safe house.
Well, you know the FBI. Those guys can be very resourceful.
High-level sources confirm that the joint FBI-DEA arrests...
Se nos terminó el tiempo. Tenemos que adelantar esa junta. I need for you to make a call.
Okay.
J3 Sod. Colonel McNulty's in a meeting. He'll call you back. This have something to do with your husband's old flame, Pierce?
She has a son. It's Danny's. From before we were married.
Holy moly. He's a handsome little bastard. I mean, no pun intended.
We were talking about having kids before he died, sir. I can't believe he had one all along and never told me.
I take it she wasn't calling to commiserate about your mother-in-law.
She wants half the house.
What? Well, I hope you told her where she could stick her half of it.
Not in so many words, no.
Well, this woman could be running some kind of scam on you, Pierce. How do you know this kid's Danny?
She offered to show me the blood test, sir. If he is Danny's kid, he's entitled to Danny's death benefits and his Social Security until he reaches the age of 21.
Did you trust your husband, Pierce?
Completely, sir.
And you're gonna let some woman come into your life out of the blue and change that? Now screw that blood test. If I were you, I'd get myself some DNA.
Whoa, hang on. I thought I was just gonna be sitting in a van watching a monitor and stuff. Why do I need to know how to shoot a gun?
All right, first of all, it's not a gun. It's a weapon. And second, it's a lot better to know how to shoot and not need to than need to shoot and not know how. Okay? You keep the semi-auto at all times. You aim for center mass. And if you need to shoot, you shoot to kill. You understand? Yes, sir. Bring the weapon up.
Sir,
how's Bobby?
He's gonna be okay. But we need to make some changes. Gramps, you're gonna be my new XO.
Roger that, sir.
But you're also one hell of a sniper, so I'm gonna keep you on direct support. We're gonna have to bring in someone else for the assault team.
I really wish you would have called, JT. We pretty much shanghaied all the knocks Cellcom has available.
Well, I'm looking at one.
You serious? Yeah, Charlie, we got your back.
You want it in, Sergeant, you're in. You got a lot to catch up on. Not a whole lot of time.
How do you know the FBI didn't get the information on their own?
Let's just say DOD has certain collection capabilities that FBI doesn't. What if I told you, hypothetically, that I had proof DOD was using those capabilities to illegally spy on American citizens?
And feeding that to the FBI?
Hypothetically.
American citizens talking to other American citizens?
Many of whom are probably innocent. Damn, this kind of thing can ruin lives. Khalid Masri, that suspect in Germany, he was put in prison for months before they finally figured out that he was innocent.
And you want me to take this to the congressman?
Well, he is a big civil libertarian, but he's also known for being discreet. With a few strategically placed phone calls, he could put a stop to all this spying before it got out of hand.
You'll need proof.
Good night.
You know, it's not too late to change your mind. Are you sure you want to go through with this?
No.
So I took your advice and called Veterans Affairs, sir.
And?
They're going to be contacting Danny Jr.'s mom and informing her that she's entitled to death and Social Security benefits. But they'll need a DNA test.
Now that's my girl.
J3 Sod, Master Sergeant Pierce speaking. Yes, sir, I'll let him know. You wanted in the Nimbic, sir? There's a development in Mexico.
Come on in, Charlie. You'll be taking Bobby's spot, leading Bravo team. All right, let's do it.
Hey! Counter sniper.
You're dead, Wolf.
Wolf, you're dead. You've got to neutralize that sniper before he gets a shot off.
Yes, sir.
Man down. Do it again.
Roger that, Alpha. Assault team is in position. Support team.
Bang. Bang.
Car thieves.
It's Mexico. Listen, people, we cannot control the civilian population, so we must anticipate their possible interference. Man down. Do it again. Good, good. Everybody stay focused. Damn it. Damn it. Now take a break. Take a break. When we start back up, people will learn how to fix our mistakes. We're running out of time here.
Charlie, we've run this how many times now?
About a dozen.
And every time at least one of us dies.
Welcome to Special Forces. Cannon's called acceptable losses, man.
Not acceptable. It's not acceptable to me. You hear that? Not acceptable.
No such thing as acceptable losses. Now we're going to rehearse this attack until we get it right.
J3 Side Master Sergeant Pierce speaking. What? Where? I'll be right there. Master Sergeant Pierce.
We found him at the south parking entrance.
Thank you. Hi.
Are you Mrs. Pierce?
Yes, I am. Are you Danny? What are you doing here, Danny?
My mom told me you'd take care of me.
Sir, Colonel McNulty on the horn for you.
Go ahead, Colonel.
We intercepted chatter from Sanchez's network. It seems that our crime boss is getting antsy. He's moved up his timetable for his meeting. This is your deployment order.
Beg your pardon, sir. I thought we had 48 hours.
It's happening tomorrow. Your time's up, Colonel. Mission's a go. Ready or not, JT, you're going south of the border.
Chicle, chicle. ¿Cuánto? 50. Gracias. Roger that, Alpha. Assault team is in position. Support team.
This is Sweeper 4. I have 2 tangos on the roof to my front. I repeat, 2 tangos, over.
Super 2, I see your 2 tangos. I raise you 2 more tangos at the front gate.
Alpha teams are in position, but still no sign of our guest of honor.
Don't worry, he'll show.
Mr. Speaker, I have here in my hand irrefutable evidence that the Department of Defense has not only undertaken an illegal and sweeping operation to spy on thousands of innocent American citizens, but is also circumventing law enforcement and illegally using military assets to target a Mexican criminal organization known as the Nuevo Laredo Cartel. As
oh my God.
Speak. This is a staggering abuse of power on the part of this administration.
He's divulging top secret information. We gotta send somebody over and arrest that son of a bitch.
A member of Congress can't be arrested for anything they say from the well of the House. He has legal immunity.
Well, he's blowing the damned off.
Heads up. I have a 3-vehicle motorcade headed your way.
This is Sweeper 4. I have eyes on the target vehicle.
Bad guys have TVs too, Sonny. He's gonna get our people killed.
We need to abort.
Big brother run amok.
Target vehicle is approaching the front gate.
I got him.
Target vehicle's just bailed on us. Looks like something spooked them.
I'm picking up enemy radio chatter. They're talking about an American operation.
Jam their comms. Assault team, fall back. We're in abort.
Whoa, what the hell? We have a military ground vehicle. Correction, 2 military ground vehicles approaching at high speed from the southwest.
I say again, abort. Stay calm. Abort primary route. Go secondary.
¡Paso las manos!
Ando chambeando. Para suplente, güey.
¡Caballero! ¡Paso las manos!
Got the driver, got the passenger.
Alpha, you're covered.
We take the shot.
Do we take the shot?